How's it going, folks? I know we've had a rough spring dealing with this COVID-19 virus that's hitting the entire world. And I wanted to talk about ways that we can still make improvements. And luckily in Michigan with 4 seasons, we've already been talking about ways we can make some improvements indoors. And I want to encourage everyone and remind everyone that what are we? We are golfers. And none of you have ever played a perfect round of golf. And all of us have had struggles on the golf course that we've had to get through. I want to use our golfing mentality to get through these tough days and make sure we're intentional about doing certain things, scheduling, working on our craft, taking care of our family in this tough time. But I have no doubt that most of the people that play golf have the required characteristics to get through this tough time. Today I want to talk briefly about putting. And I did a video outside. I was lucky enough to get outside last week. Prior to some of this stuff, and we talked about aiming at a target that's above ground and not aiming at a hole. You can look at our Facebook page and take a look at that. But today, I have some other examples of that in front of us. We talked about something that we all have right now in our homes, but those little sanitizer wipes and those cleaning wipes that we're using in our house. These containers are above ground, and these cylinders are almost perfect things to aim at when we're indoors. So me and my kids at home, and we'll get some footage of that as the weeks go on here, but we play a lot of putting games with this being our target or this being our hole. If I have 2 of them, I think I have another one somewhere, but if I have 2 of them, a lot of us remember that game Poison that we would play on the tee box when we were waiting, or little activities like that. We can do that with objects like this. So I want to remind everyone, we have these in our house right now. Do not throw these away, and we can even use them if they have the sanitized wipes inside of them, which gives them a little bit of weight. Right now I got golf balls in here, because if I was outside, I wouldn't want it to blow away. But this is a perfect thing to aim at and to play games around your house with, okay? Another example of that above ground item, we have a cup here, a glass, right? Cylinder smaller than the base of a hole would be a putting cup, but something tangible that we can hit. And once again, we can place this anywhere we want on our carpet in our house. So we can play fun games and activities and work on drills with this as our target. The whole goal here is to make sure we have a target and that we're being intentional about how we practice. This is one of my favorite items here. Great for outside as well. But just a little putt pocket made by Skills. A lot of examples of that. And then I have these little cylinder cups, or what does this look like? What do you guys have on your glass tables at home? Coasters. So once again, putting something down on the ground, that's the front of it there, I had a little tag in the back, but putting this on the ground flat, not only can you putt at it, but you can putt past it and work on your actual speed control. Because what are we thinking about when we want to make a putt? That putt going 6 inches to maybe a foot past, so we ensure we have the right speed to handle most break situations. So this is good, okay? Great target. Last but not least, my favorite one, and you'll see these with the videos that I do at home, a regular putter cup. This is a perfect tool to have here in my studio, but I can take this home, and me and my kids, my daughters, will play games, and we'll use this as our target. But once again, this is not rocket science, and we have to be intentional and make sure that we are continuing to work on the things that we like, the things that we love, so we're prepared when this ends. We know that this won't last forever, okay? So this gives you some ideas and some things that you can use around the house. Some basic items here. You might even be able to see my coffee cup, which is another great item. We'll put that right here as well. But all above ground items that we can work on indoors. And putting, we all have room to work on putting in our house. Maybe not full swing, but we're going to get into some of that conversation as well. I have a hitting net at home, so we're going to set up some things at home, have some discussions about a way to work on our full swing as well at home. Okay? So think about those ways. Don't get down. Don't get down. The golfer is an individual. We don't have teammates and coaches out there. So we have to be motivated. We have to think positively, and we have to think of ways that we can make improvements with our golf swing, but also with our mind and our body and our health. Okay? So I'm praying for you. Please put up the good fight. Take care of those young family members and those old ones, and make sure that we're listening to the powers that be and following the directions that the world should be following.